Hey everybody, it's Zach with Simple Mobility Vans. We just wanted to give you some instructions on how to properly load a power wheelchair into one of our wheelchair vans. So the first step is you're going to bring the power wheelchair to the base of the ramp, turn the chair off. Step number 2, this van is equipped with auto retracting Q straints. You need to press this button for them to release from the Q straint mounts. Then you simply walk into the van, pull these out, and we're actually going to attach them immediately to the wheelchair. So you can see on these power chairs, most of them have these hooks. You just hook it right on there. Next step is you're going to turn this control off. So now your Q straints are attached to the power chair, and since we turn the control off, as we progress up the ramp, those Q straints are going to begin to auto ratchet. So once you're in this position, you can turn your power chair on and the wheelchair passenger can go up in the van slowly. You can hear there, those Q straints are auto retracting. So for example, if I were to stop right here and the chair were to lose control, lose power, the chair will not roll back. So we're going to continue to come up with those Q straints auto retracting. And with the power chair, since this is a larger power chair, we're going to position the chair about midway up the conversion, not fully in the front position and not fully in the back position. We're going to go right about here. So now that we're in this position and you've stopped the chair, you would think you would only have to install the rear Q straints, but that's not correct. This power chair will naturally move forward. So you want to ensure once you're in the position you want to be in, you want to back the chair up slightly until it stops moving. So I'm going to put the chair in reverse. You're going to watch, I'm going to be able to back up about 1 to 2 inches until I am unable to move at all. So you're going to see here. So now I can't move at all. Those Q straints are completely going to turn the chair off. Now we'll install the rear Q straints. I've already installed one, but I'll show you how to install this Q straint. Now the easiest way to do it is to ensure this Q straint is straight in this position, and you're going to go parallel with the floor. You're not going to go in at an angle like this. That won't work. You're going to aim for the second to last circle, and think of it more of a puzzle than force. You simply put it in that second to last position. It could be this way or it could be this way. We're going to go this way. It'll naturally drop down just like that, and then you simply push it one way or the other. Then it'll lock in. I'll try it again real quick so you can see that faster. That second to last position, slide it in. Now we're going to point it at the chair. You're going to push this Q straint red release to the floor. Hold it all the way down. Release. Now this is extended. We're going to connect it to the power chair. Next, we're going to push this red button towards the floor on the Q straint to auto retract it. And now we're going to spin this until it's nice and tight. Now you can feel that chair is nice and tight and it will not move now. Those are the steps completed to secure a power chair. So we have completely secured the power chair at this point, but next we would need to secure the passenger. Some power chairs do come with seat belts. We would encourage you to use those seat belts. Otherwise, we would also encourage you to use the seat belts that will come with your wheelchair van, which attach to the Q straints and go up and around the passenger's waist and shoulder. We have a separate video we can send you to show you how to do those steps.
To ensure your passenger is secure, lock all 4 Q straints securely into the floor anchors. Attach all 4 Q straints securely to the wheelchair frame and tighten. There must be 2 Q straints behind the wheelchair and 2 in front. Attach the seatbelt to the rear Q straints. Thread the waist seatbelt through the wheelchair frame, ensuring it is directly against the passenger's body. Tighten until snug. Attach the shoulder seatbelt against the passenger's body and tighten until snug. Your passenger is now secure.
Now we're going to go through the steps to properly and safely remove the power chair from the wheelchair van. I've already removed one of the rear Q straints. We'll come down and focus on this Q straint. Now what you're going to do is you're going to push this red lever to the floor to get some slack in this Q straint. So you push that red lever to the floor, You pull out that slack, release the Q strain. You can see we have plenty of slack now. Now you're just going to unhook this. We're going to retract that by pushing this red lever into the floor until it's fully retracted. Now once we're in that position, we're going to turn this sideways. You're going to pull up on this logo. It's easiest if you put 2 fingers underneath it, pull directly towards you and push one way or the other. It'll pop right out. So that Q strain's been removed. Now we're still attached with those auto retracting Q strains in the front. Now it's time to unload our power chair. We've removed the rear Q strains. Those front Q strains are currently in the locked position, so we need to come back to this control, turn it on. By turning that on, that will allow those Q strains to pull out the back of the van. However, they're currently in a locked position. So in order to release the locked position they're in, you're going to push the power chair forward just an inch or two. Now those Q strains will release and allow the chair to come out easily. We just back it out nice and slow. All the way down the ramp. We're going to go beyond the ramp so the patient has plenty of clearance. Now we're going to turn the power chair off, and we're simply going to remove the Q strains. You want to make sure these are nice and straight when they go back into their stored position. Then you're just going to come back, turn off the control. Something else you want to make sure you consider is when you're transporting somebody in a power chair or in a wheelchair, you want to ensure that you're driving in a very sensitive manner. You want to avoid abrupt stops where possible. You want to avoid rapid acceleration, and you want to take turns a little more gently than you normally would. Oftentimes, individuals who are in wheelchairs may lack some of the core strength someone else may have, and those types of maneuvers may aggravate their current condition or make it uncomfortable in terms of how they feel during transport. So make sure that you're driving safe, driving carefully as you're transporting these loved ones or patients.